I figured it out after wondering for so long why the 2 year anniversary is so bad for old players but so good for the new players. I finally figured it out, and if I'm being completely honest with you, it's a foolproof plan, and Bandai has to be probably the smartest company in the world for this, because this plan enables Dragon Ball Legends and any other game that they want to follow this plan with could never die. I said Dragon Ball Legends probably won't see a 4 year anniversary, but with this, they'll probably see a 10 year anniversary, not even gonna lie. So, what exactly am I talking about? So, new players have so much they can do in this anniversary. Like, it's a bit ridiculous how much they're giving new players. But old players, literally all we have is PvP. As of right now, Monday, what is it, like June 17th, which is when I'm recording this, you'll probably see it the next day, but as of today, there is nothing for old players, and when I say old, I mean anything 1 year or more, so anyone who started from the 1 year anniversary or before. The only thing we have to do is PvP. That's it. But new players get to do the entirety of story mode, and there's like 6 different events that they can do. I almost said free to play. New players can easily grind a minimum of 10,000 crystals. I mean, because not only do they have the story mode and all those events, but they also have the missions. They get to do all of the Shallot upgrade missions, which by themselves is gonna net them like 4,000 crystals. They are getting a lot of stuff. On top of the anniversary login, the new player login bonuses, the amount of stuff that new players are getting is a bit overwhelming, if I'm being honest with you. So why do they have so much, but the old players don't have anything? And it got me thinking, like, for a while. I was just thinking, why are they giving new players so much stuff? And it finally dawned on me. Why would you need to fix your game and make your current player base happy when you could make a new one? By giving new players so much stuff to do, they're giving new players the impression that this is what Dragon Ball Legends is. If the anniversary, to them, to new players, if the game normally is just half as good as the anniversary has been to them, they'll keep playing. They'll keep playing, no problem. They're giving the illusion of what Dragon Ball Legends should be, but instead, us old players, we know what's actually going to happen. The new players are going to stay because Dragon Ball Legends because they think that Dragon Ball Legends is some great, grindable game. They can get plenty of CC all the time. There's always good characters coming out. It all seems good to them, which is why I also believe that the 1 year anniversary was so good. I believe the 1 year anniversary was so good because they wanted people to stay until the 2 year anniversary. They wanted everyone who was there throughout the first year to stay long enough for the 2 year anniversary to happen, knowing that no matter what they did during the second year of Dragon Ball Legends, we would stay because our expectations were so high from the 1 year anniversary that we would be looking forward to the 2 year anniversary. So that's how they got us to stay till the 2 year anniversary. And how they're going to have a 3 year anniversary? Well, old players are leaving. They're leaving in droves. They do not want to play the game anymore. But the new players, there are more new players appearing than old players are leaving. And they know that. Basically, what I'm saying is, we're being replaced. Instead of actually fixing the game, they're just going to let the new players think the game is good and replace all of the players that are leaving. And it's a foolproof plan, because as long as you keep new players happy whenever there's a celebration by giving them something to do, and as long as you have the big YouTubers endorsing the game, it can't die. There's nothing they could do to kill the game. There's nothing they could do to a Dragon Ball game to truly end it. They will always make profit because there will always be new people coming, and especially during big celebrations like your Goku celebrations and your anniversaries, there will be more people coming than going. It is the biggest brain move I've ever seen in my life. And I was one of the fools. I was one of the fools that stayed throughout the entire second year of Dragon Ball Legends in hopes that the 2-year anniversary would be good, because they gave me expectations from the 1-year anniversary. And guess what? That's what the new players have. The new players are going to think that this anniversary was amazing because of everything that they got. And they're going to stay no matter what happens in year 3 of Dragon Ball Legends. They're going to stay because their expectations are extremely high. They're going to stay at least until the 3rd year anniversary because they're expecting it to treat them the same way the 2-year anniversary treated them. And again, as long as more people come than go, and as long as you've got the big YouTubers endorsing it, there's nothing you can do. Now, what made me think about this? Xenoverse 2. For those of you who don't know, Xenoverse 2 is statistically, by numbers, the single most successful anime game of all time. No anime game has sold more than Xenoverse 2. A couple years ago, they had a 10 million sales celebration, and they're about to have a 6 million units sale. The difference is 10 million was between physical and digital. Now they're just celebrating the physical. And Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 doesn't exactly have a positive connotation attached to it. Whenever someone thinks of Xenoverse 2, they usually think of it in a negative light. So how is it that something so bad in people's mind could be so successful other than just, Dragon Ball? They're DLCs. Everyone says that Bandai milks the hell out of Xenoverse 2, and you're right. You ever wondered why characters like Buhan weren't just included in the main roster? Well, when people started leaving the game, Buhan is a lot of people's favorite version of Buu, a lot of people's favorite character in general from the entire Buu saga, other than, Vegito, I suppose. So, take a fan favorite, put them in a DLC, when people start getting upset and they start leaving, release them. They did that. Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku came out before the anime even aired Mastered UI Goku. Got people in. Blue Gogeta and Dragon Ball Super Broly. That DLC came out a month before the movie even came out in America. Brought people back. God Vegeta. They held on to God Vegeta, a lot of people's favorite form of Vegeta, so that when people started leaving, they could bring them right back. It is a foolproof plan that works. It works. Here's the thing, I haven't played Xenoverse in a few months, but the Supreme Kai of Time is coming out, a character that I've wanted to be able to play since the game's release. So you know what my dumbass is going to do? When that DLC drops, I'm going to play Xenoverse 2, because of course I am. It's a foolproof plan. You cannot beat this, because as long as you have a love for Dragon Ball, they will take advantage of you. Xenoverse 2 has taken advantage of your love for Dragon Ball since its release. They don't have to make changes. They don't have to make the game better, as long as they can just take advantage of you and the characters you love. Dragon Ball Legends doesn't have to improve. They don't have to care, as long as during their big celebrations, they can just replace the people that are upset. They can just replace the people that, don't like the game. They can make new players feel like the game is great, and they can just replace the old players. Every single year, they can just replace players until eventually they run out of Dragon Ball fans, but that's likely not going to happen for years. So, at the end of the day, Dragon Ball Legends is run by some of the smartest people alive. Big brain energy. Genuinely. And I feel stupid for not thinking of it sooner. But they're absolutely just trying to replace the people who are upset. They don't care. They don't care how their game looks. As long as they're making money, that's all that matters. And they've made it so that they can never lose profit. Like I said, more new people will show up than old people will leave. So as long as every now and then you make a celebration that gives new players a whole bunch of stuff to do, you don't have to give the old players anything to do, because if they leave, oh well, you've all just been replaced anyway. Oh my god. It's crazy. From a business standpoint, it's smart though. I'm not even gonna lie, because I had to analyze this anniversary from a business standpoint. I do have basic knowledge of how business works, so I'm able to analyze things from a business perspective. And business-wise, everything seemed to line up in profit. Weirdly enough, I couldn't find anything in the anniversary that was going to make them lose profit because of the influx of new players that are showing up. The only way they could start losing money is if the amount of new players stops exceeding the amount of leaving players. You would have to make sure that more people go than appear. And during anniversaries, that's probably just not going to happen. You would have to somehow convince the bigger YouTubers to not just stop endorsing the game, but actively work against the game in order for that to happen. And none of the big YouTubers are going to do that. Some of them may stop playing it after a while, but none of them are going to actively tell you to stop playing in order for any change to happen. I don't think any of them have the balls to do that, so it won't happen. So all in all, the absolute worst case scenario is they lose maybe 10% when the YouTubers stop endorsing it, which is still enough to keep them afloat. More than enough. What, 10% of like $50 million a month? I don't know if they make quite that much, but it is in the tens of millions. What's 10% of like $30 million? I think they'll be fine. But I think I've taken up a bit too much of your time already. I didn't actually expect this video to hit over 12 minutes. We're about to hit 13, so I'm gonna get out of here for you guys. If you agreed with anything I said in this video, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're climbing, man. We are climbing. It is crazy. Like, just let me just take an extra minute of your time real quick. It took me a year from the 1 year anniversary to the 2 year anniversary to go from 600 subs to 1,000. So that's 400 subs in the span of an entire year. However, in only 15 days since hitting 1,000 subs, we've already gotten 300? That is insane to me. And I do want to thank you guys so much. And don't forget, we do have the goal of 5K by the end of the year. My analytics are starting to show that I'm an actual YouTuber, because the bar that says not subscribed for my viewership is longer than the subscribed one. So subscribe. I gotta actually tell you to subscribe now, because there's more people watching my videos that aren't subscribed than the ones that are. So do make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that like, comment. The YouTube algorithm really likes comments, so make sure you leave a comment down below. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Thank you, and peace.